Here we go. I'm at Harley of El Cajon, riding this Harley Davidson Roadster. I'm so excited. Not really, but I'm sure this bike is for somebody. I don't know if it's my cup of tea, but let's see. Oh yeah, the seat's pretty uncomfortable already. Alright, so this is the Harley Davidson 1200 Sportster. This thing feels so weird. The bars are pretty comfortable. The seat's not. It vibrates a lot. What the heck? It's super vibey. Oh, look at the lead guy go on a yellow. Good job, bro. Good job. You're a champ. Yeah, the seat is super rock hard. And it's got like a back part, I guess, for like support. But, yeah, it just feels like I'm sitting on a wood plank. And neutral is ridiculously hard to find. Yeah, look, I can't even get it in neutral. I've ridden a lot of bikes, and this... Nope, missed it again. Oh my gosh. There it is. Mirrors are in a pretty good spot. I don't have to move my arms too much to see. It feels pretty small. Though the pegs are kind of high, which is kind of weird for the body, or for the bar position. And then the shifter's kind of high. A lot of heat's coming off this little engine mount thing right here, which I'm not a big fan of. It's not so bad when you're moving, but when I put my legs up on the pegs, I could feel it singe my leg a little bit. This kind of reminds me of like a Triumph Thruxton kind of position. Whoa. The gear shifter's kind of janky. It's vibrating like crazy. Yeah, I'm not liking the gearbox so much. See, again, that neutral. That's so weird. Yeah, I don't know. There it is. So weird. Shouldn't be that difficult. For like a brand new rider, probably not going to want this one. Probably better to have the one in front of me, the 883. I'd love to be, oh, America, hoorah, this America stuff is made so well. It's just really not. It's just really not. I had a Sportster 1200. It was my first bike. It broke down all the time. All the time. But hopefully Harley Davidson's gotten better since then. It was an old bike. It was a 98. The heat is pretty apparent on my legs. You have to rev it out quite a bit to get it to go. Brakes are pretty good. That's positive. They got pretty good feel. I mean, I wasn't going very fast, but... Oh, and if you look how wide the pegs are... First gear's pretty good. It goes to like 30. That's pretty cool. So like a round town bike, I guess. Would be pretty good for that. Ride height's real low. I'm not a super tall guy, but I can flat foot easily. That's one of the benefits of a cruiser. If you're a short guy, you're looking at a cruiser or a cafe racer. Yeah, see, there we go. So second gear, 25 miles an hour, I get no vibrations. Like super low RPMs. and then it starts to creep in again. It handles pretty good. I mean, I guess that's where the high pegs kind of come in, but they should have made them a little shorter, not so wide, because I could still see it being pretty easy to drag peg. It's not quite a sports bike. These vibrations. I think that's just like a Harley thing. So you feel like you're pushing a lawnmower. That's what it reminds me of. Pushing like an old school lawnmower. The throttle's really easy to twist, real light. The fueling's real good, it's real smooth. It's just those vibrations. Doesn't really sound that good either. You definitely want to get an aftermarket. I'm trying to think of what it sounds like. Yeah, and that shifter, it like clanks in this place. And also the shifter's vibrating a lot too. I don't know if I like that. I feel like that's something that should be staying steady. But yeah, the brakes aren't bad at all. For the kind of speeds it does, it's perfect. But yeah, my back is starting to hurt. It's starting to get a little tired. I think it's the seat positioning, because the seat is positioned like an upright, but the bars are kind of sporty, so it's kind of like not sure what it's doing. Oh man, and up high in the RPMs, the vibration gets really bad. See, look at, I don't even know if you can see, but the mirrors, I can't even hardly see just because they're vibrating so much. Everything just looks like a blur. That's not good. Yeah, definitely no power wheelies for sure. No chance. But I don't think anybody that buys this bike is really going to be doing wheelies. I mean, I know it's possible, but yeah, my back is already starting to hurt. I've only been going like 10 minutes. Okay, here's some rough ground. Let's see how the suspension is. Oh god, it's not good. It's not too good. So yeah, first thing I do is change the seat. And that shifter, why does it... It's constantly moving. What is this route? Oh my gosh, this route is terrible. Yeah, I just don't like the vibrations. I think that would get really tiresome after about an hour. But the brakes, I like the brakes. Yeah, everything's just very clunky. Shifter's clunky. The fueling's good though. I like the fueling. And I can feel the pull a little bit when I really give it... this kind of reminds me of a Ducati Scrambler. Like the 400. They're probably about the same speed. But I think the Scrambler's a little more comfortable. And it's a lot cheaper. This thing's $11,000 starting. $11,000. That's 600 money. You can get like a good sport bike 600 for that money. I just think it's too much. It's too expensive. That's like 4,000 more than the Ducati Scrambler 400, and I think the 400 is a little bit better bike. It doesn't have these weird vibrations. The fueling's just as smooth. Oh, my back. Alright, let me try and push my stomach down a little bit, see if I can get a more comfortable position. Not really. And the pegs are a little too far forward for this kind of position too. They should have moved it back a little bit. Just like about like 4 inches would have been really good. Would have made a big difference, but you know, to each their own. Yeah, I'm not sure the kind of consumer that Harley Davidson's going for with this bike. I can't see a young guy buying this because, I mean, I don't think they'd spend that much money on a bike. You know, 12, 13,000 on a bike. Whoa. Whoa. And then older guys, they're not going to want this. This is too uncomfortable for older guys, which I think Harley's kind of like the Cadillac of motorcycles. They kind of attract an older generation. Oh man, my back is really hurting. I gotta get off this thing soon. Oh, it's like right in my lower back on one side. Yeah, I gotta get off this thing soon. You could probably get aftermarket pegs to make them shorter, so you can actually take the turns a little sharper. Yeah, see, that was full throttle, and it didn't really have much to give. I think if you want something like this that's a Harley, I'd go for the Night Rod. Or the V-Rod, or whatever it is. I think it's the Night Rod. The suspension's not very good. I'm bouncing all over the place. Oh! Yeah, it just doesn't have that much power for a 1200. Yeah. Well, what can you do? I think if you want to look cool, like cruising down the block, maybe you'd get this. But I don't know. There's full beans again. Yeah, no, this isn't. Oh, my back. It's not helping with the bouncing. Yeah, I never really understood why Harleys cost that much. Do they charge that much because they can? Because people still buy them? I don't know. It's just, you're just paying for name brand? Maybe? I don't know, I just don't understand, like, why you wouldn't get something else. Like, I've ridden the Yamaha Bolt, and that's a lot better than this. A lot better. Basically, all the Japanese did was they took the idea of what Harley did and made it better. I mean, yeah, it's not the name brand, like, you know, I know there's just guys that go in the bar like, yeah, I ride a Harley. Oh, I ride a Harley. And they think, in their mind, they sound really cool. But I think most people don't really care. They don't really, like, okay, cool, bro. I think I see now why most Harley riders just ride them to the bar. Because the bikes look pretty cool when they're just sitting. But, they're not that good of a motorcycle to ride. Oh, this bump's gonna hurt. Oh! Oh, that hurt. Oh, get me off, please. Oh my gosh. Yeah, 3,000 RPMs. The vibrations are insane. Let me go up. Go in gear. Okay. Okay, below 3, it's not bad. 3 and above is brutal. My hands are starting to go numb. Oh, my back. I gotta get off this thing. Okay, we're coming to a stop. Thank God. Yeah, and the noise really isn't that good when you're on it. It probably sounds cool if you're behind it. But when you're on it, it just doesn't really sound that good. It just sounds like noise. But at low speeds, I notice the suspension can't really cope. Oh, and my back hurts. I gotta get off this thing, like, now. I don't want to ride another foot. God, and the pegs are out so wide. Why did they do that? No one's foot is a foot wide. And then, of course, they put it to where when you walk the bike, you can't move your foot that far forward because you hit the peg. Thank God that's over. I'm going to try the night rod and see if that's any better.